Okay, Jester, you asked about chord tones. Now, you asked about arpeggios, right, which is just notes between chords. Let's just say we're in the key of D. So, in this case, the one chord will be major. This is normally what we think of when we think of arpeggios, and then it's kind of like, how do we use it? Now, I will say that as a bassist, I think it's more practical to think about chord tones over arpeggios, but let's just cover a couple quick shapes. So let's just say most of us are 5-string here, so I'm gonna hit the low D, and then we're going to, if we just have a root position, 1 octave arpeggio, major arpeggio, you got this, root, major third, perfect fifth, root, and then you got it repeated here. What arpeggios are useful for is getting around the fretboard and learning the fretboard. So for example, with still D, I know I've got the 5 here. I've also got the major third up here, so I can go root 3, 5, or even root 3, 5, root 3, 5, 5, root, root, root. So this is what it's good for, is learning to get around the fretboard, the arpeggios. And a good one is Yannick Wisdala's got this little exercise. It's just basically like how many octave is it? It's 2 octave, but across 4 strings. So we have this big jump. And his exercise, he walks back down the chromatic, the -7 flat 5, a semitone below. Point of this is, how do we actually apply any of this information? Let's think about chord tones. So if we take Waymaker in the key of D major, we've got 4, 2 or 1, 5, 6, and I know you asked before, so like, how do we actually spice up a bass line a little bit? And if we're thinking that the main groove of the song, something like just from the drums, and we can kind of use that to play around a bit. So if you got the octave, up to the 6, but now if we take just even root 3rd and 5th, major 3rd, and now, because I know I'm going to the 1, which is D major, I know I'm on the G, and the major 3rd is a semitone lower, so that's where we get a lot of our switches, our substitutions from. So if you just even think root 3rd and 5th, you got a lot of options there. So we have 5, and I was landing on the 3rd there for the 5 chord, just landed on straight on the major 3rd. But let's do some of that with the track, and hopefully it will come together. Root note, 5. Let's land on the I go down to the third, up to the sixth, and I'll get to the one. Sorry, four even. One. Little inversion there. Hit the third off the wall. Seeing that major third is always nice. So you're inverting a bit. Hopefully that, I guess, makes some of it easier, clears up some things, maybe makes some of it simpler. But again, that was literally all I was doing there, was hitting chord tones, mostly root third and fifth. Root third, fifth. Still just root third and fifth with the chord one and the sixth. And then sometimes you'd hear me play. I might go up the arpeggio. And then, depending on what's nearby, that's what I might jump to, and then use like the major scale. And that's the thing with music, we then learn these different techniques or ideas to combine them. I am not the master of this stuff by any stretches at all. In fact, there's people in this group that can chop way past my ability. So other people will share their things too, but this is probably a good way to get your head around using arpeggios and getting started there, especially in like church services, and making it sound good and spice up your playing, sound like you know what you're doing.